So we're actually sitting in a room that's called Control 2, and you could probably see that in the background. So this is one of our studios. It's actually our smallest studio. Our studios are actually new. So the room that we're in at the moment is a new space that's been purposely built for music. We've got 2 recording studios. So this room that we're in here, broadcasting from today, is called Control Room 2. This is our smaller recording studio. We have a larger control room down the other end, which we call Control Room 1. That has a Pro Tools HDX system in it. And it's also set up to allow for 5.1 mixing, sound mixing. So we have a class called Surround Sound where the Diploma of sound students get to learn how to mix in 5.1. And they do some mixes for film, that kind of thing, in 5.1 surround sound. There's also 2 studio floors. So in between the 2 control rooms are 2 studio floors. So this is when we do a recording, you can probably see the window behind me. So on the other side of that, the lights are off, so it's all dark, but there's a studio space in there where we could set up a recording session with a live band. We have 3 rehearsal rooms. So on this side, you can see where I'm pointing up over there somewhere, is rehearsal room 3, and there's 2 other rehearsal rooms. So these are soundproofed rooms that bands can rehearse in. You can also do some basic recording in those rooms as well. They have drum kits. So if you're a drummer, you don't need to bring your own drum kit to class. You can come and use one of our drum kits. We do ask that you bring your own cymbals, however. They have guitar amps and bass amps and keyboards. So again, if you're a guitarist or a bass player, you do need to bring your instrument.
And your lead.
And your cable, yep. But you don't need to lug in a guitar amp or a big bass amp or a big keyboard. We've got a bunch of keyboards in those rooms for people to use, for students to use. We have 2 pianos, so we've got a mini grand and we've got an upright piano as well.
The other thing, in the rehearsal spaces, there is also a PA, obviously, in each of the rehearsal spaces. So vocalists, we will provide you with a microphone, cable, and the PA is always set up in those rooms as well.
We also have a Mac lab. I didn't mention that, but we've got a Mac lab. So we use souped up iMacs. Those computers all have the software that we use, including Pro Tools, Ableton, Sibelius, and some other things.
Musician and Auralia as well, yeah.
We have a small practice venue, which we call the Red Room. So this room is set up with the lighting grid and the sound equipment and also a stage. The Red Room's a little bit small for live performances, but it's a great training room. And that'll be set up for sound students so they can go and practice their live sound mixing in there. And we do utilise that room a lot as well. And we'll be here for at least another 4 or 5 years. I don't know if you watch the news, you've probably seen that they're actually building a new campus in Woden, in the Woden Town Centre. So eventually we'll likely be over there. But if you were to start studying with us next year, then you're almost definitely going to be here for the duration that we are.